My name is Teichmann. I'm a member of the executive board of Hubert Burda Media, responsible for venture and networks. We have been investing in our venture capital firms, has been media innovation. And in media innovation, we have invested into upcoming, emerging media formats, but also technology. And what we are currently looking at in media specifically is also is gaming. We have actually launched a gaming incubator called Burda GP, and we are totally convinced that gaming will also be instrumental when it comes to engaging with consumers, readers, and the gamification of content will also play a big role. Some of it will obviously be disruption. Other things will obviously be an evolution. And I think the one thing that is very critical is reach. So reach is something that I think traditional media will have to capitalize on. And then the other is obviously making sure you have direct customer relationships. Most media has a one-to-N relationship, and I think the key will be to get into a one-to-one customer relationship. And those are obviously in different ways. And then the other thing that we are experimenting with, but also quite convinced that this will play a major role, is blockchain-based publishing. So the interesting thing is with social media, that actually the daily consumption in the younger generation is for the very first time coming down again. So it's actually declining, not dramatically, but it's declining. But it's I think we have seen a tipping point. And also the younger generation, I think, is very much into making sure that what they see and read and hear is actually true. So I think the media brands will be trusted media brands will be one big asset going forward. This is the chance of traditional media as well, where you have basically a trusted relationship with your customer. So that is certainly one thing. And then the other is, as I said, I think gaming and the gamification of content will also play an important role going forward. And then obviously, the blockchain-based publishing is something that is still, very, very small, but is again something that will help, make sure that the source is trusted, because then with blockchain-based publishing you can trace it down where it's coming from. I think the biggest change, compared to what we have seen over the last 10-15 years, is that we're now working in a world where the timeline for innovation is very compressed. So I think in these days, in particular also in media, but all in any other industry really, I think it's so important that you act fast. Speed has always been important, but I think things are changing now in an unprecedented speed. And this means that you just have to try out things. You have to try out things much faster. Put out 10 things and maybe 8 fail and 2 work. I think this is kind of the cycle we are in, and I think that's super important. I think the days where you can develop something in stealth and then for 24 months, 36 months.